So there is a best law available in Vietnam. Within when we, if I share your example with you in Nestle, when we saw the laws in different countries, within Nestle, we saw the best is available in Vietnam, better than Thailand, better than Philippines. So there different laws are available. So I think what is best, we need to pick a country like of Pakistan, not like we cannot compete with Germany or we cannot compete with
California and US, which have the best method, because now they don't have 3 boxes, they have 4 or 5 boxes. They know how to segregate this stuff. They are really educated, they're aware, starting from schools, and everyone is aware.
No, but I'm these are the majority of them. Yeah. It's very important that AAP or Zainab, and even as a core alliance, because we are representing companies who have a nationwide distributions. So, for example, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Nestle, Unilever, we all produce in at least 3 or 4 provinces, and our products move from one province to another province. So none of us can afford that. For example, and it's presently one plastic is a bad plastic is Punjab and is good in Islamabad, but is not bad, not good, not bad in KP. So I think we need to understand, what need to be and why plastics are important. You know that what happened in Punjab, they banned every kind of plastic, and there was a time if coal didn't intervene, we have not engaged all the chambers. Actually, Punjab has banned everything, starting from toothpaste to Panadol to biscuits to juices to milk. You name anything, cigarette, you name anything, good of it. That's what I'm saying. So that's why harmonization is. I fully agree with you. It's critical. We all need to sit together. Federal probably needs to take a lead, and we have a good example of food harmonization. 8 years back, there was 5 different food authorities came up after devolution, and there was one PSQC. It took us the industry 6, 7 years of, I will not say fight, but advocating it. And we had 3 different prime ministers who have gone through that time. Started from, I would say, I think Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif, then Shahid Khaqan Abbasi Saab, and then finally it was deal done in Imran Khan Saab time. So it took time, but finally, what they realized through Council of Common Interest that all provinces will implement their food laws, but they need to make sure that there is no divergence. And anytime if someone wants divergence, it has to taken up to a council, which was created at PSQCA, where all the food authorities were represented. That helped industry, and same probably need to be replicated in environment also, and especially the EPR regime. It has to be same EPR regime for everyone, for all provinces, and I think as an individual, as a corporate, as a Pakistani, we should respect environmental laws. We should be responsible enough to manage our waste. And EPRs are something that we all respect. But it has to be a shared responsibility, starting from consumer to producers and of course the government. Yeah, of course, everyone. So everyone has to pay at some cost. Someone has to pay more, someone has to pay less. But everyone has to contribute what is been going out, and that need to be collected and recycled. I think it's a shared responsibility. Yeah.
Structure of the state can also help them, but also their own. For example, there are very several new innovative started in Kathmandu in their own, like Khali Shishi. All the BS bottle they collect and clear, and they make very nice flour. So many things, flour vessels and etc. All the waste now they produce themselves, and their state, whether it is federal or provincial or local government, to little bit facilitate them to sell, for example, to provide the space in this type of the expose to sell. So that was quite important, and they are very happy. What we were just few months back, I had in a meeting with the very many several private sector working in the solid waste management. and all of them had a single request to the government that just you facilitate. You didn't have to do much. They produce themselves compost. They produce themselves different carpet, flower, the fruit carrying vessels, all that. So I think we need to mobilize private sector through giving appropriate legal incentives or procedural you see, if the government, this is solid waste management is the responsibility of the government for and foremost for their citizen. In that sense, if someone is coming to help them, government should do that. The government cannot escape from their responsibility. No, so that is how the debate is going on in Nepal.
Thank you so much. We have another question at the back. Yeah, you may please ask.
Thank you. My question is Madam Rizwana, if I recognize properly. You said that you are buying waste at 2,500 per kg. Am I right, or per kg? So this is a very high benchmark and against the principle of market mechanism. Because I have been playing with these things as DG, PAC, EPA, and we couldn't manage under market mechanism. This is totally market mechanism thing, as my friend from Nepal has rightly pointed out. And I worked in 8 countries as Director General Saqib recently. And this was a major issue. And then we innovated beach cleaning. Through beach cleaning, the World Bank came and we have this Please project now for plastic to protect marine environment. So the idea was back in 2018 that but the basic thing is that if there is no market mechanism and you are keeping it very high, 2,500, so I think it will not sustain, because this recycling is a major business all over the world, I have seen. And here in Pakistan also is picking up. Government should not make this price so high. It should be under market mechanism as for normal recycling, that there is a taking of plastic, tin, paper, and these waste scavenger and these other pickers, they take it to the nearby waste recycler. That should be observed and encouraged under market mechanism. Thank you.
Basically, it's very interesting question. And this question I am facing from so many other forums as well. Basically, when we started this project, and the collection of plastic waste was taken as one of the key climate action under Punjab Green Credit Program. The initially price, it's not basically buying, or it's not the fixation of price. It is basically green credit in cash incentive, which is incentive in cash is being given to the citizens. So basically, initially, it was the green credit cost which was allocated for collection of 1 kg plastic waste was 500 to 1,000. The main challenge which I faced was from the household women who told when we interacted with them, and they told us, they complained about it basically, that the recycler dealers are the who are dealing with the who are collectors, and the recycler dealers which are registered with the Environment Protection Agency, because it was the indicator that you have to give that waste to the registered recycler dealers. There are only a few registered recycler dealers in the Lahore city, and they have to travel a lot throughout the city, and their fare cost is 2,000 if they have to collect 1 kg waste and go to the recycled dealer. So it's not understandable that we may collect the waste, or if a domestic worker is collecting the water waste plastic bottles, and she has to travel too much, and she has to give the fare of 2,000 to get reward of 500 or 1,000. So that's why initially, to encourage the domestic workers, to encourage the household, we gave that price to 2,500, so that once they get incentivized, they get started as a practice, then it will be definitely as per the market value. So it is at the first stage, at the pilot run, we have incentivizing that much cost.
Started giving huge compensation to the communities in the Rolpa, Rukum, remote area. What happened at the end? They totally dependent. They were, even if they are expected to meeting, they expect to 2,000 rupees. So I think incentive structure, when we decide, we have to be a bit alert, because otherwise it will totally damage the spirit of the people working together, collaborating together. Your logic, first part was quite convincing, because that was more or less the cost. So cost recovery basis, maybe. But how to gradually phase out that and to bring at least into the is a major concern, because in Nepal, it's such a dependent. Nobody goes to any single meeting without giving 1,000 rupees or food, etc. So just the word of caution for Pakistan.
Project or the product is community based, it's very easy to connect and have the real time data. We're already working on that as well. But how a community can come together for this entire thing.
Are they reducing the cost? So the concern is that
the cost of taking 1 kg bottle to the distributor.
no, that is the existing practice. But if you are able to reduce that to 250 or 300 or 400, it may be sustained. 2,500 per kg is too high. I can't really.
This high incentivization is basically the cost of behavior change.
Yeah, okay.
Because you have to pay. You can the most expensive thing in countries like South Asian countries, in Pakistan, rather, we are working for India or for Nepal. The most expensive thing is about to deal with the human psyche and to change their behavior. So it is the cost basically to mitigate.
Not arguing, but you are developing another behavior again, which is also not favorable for the social change process.
Thank you. We have another question.
Audible?
Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. My name is Talha Mubin, and I am a final year law student from Behriya University. My question is to everybody that it's been 3 years. I'm actively engaged in plenaries, in discussions, and in conferences, but nobody mentioned what should be the role of youth in sustainable development. That is a really big question. And it's not that youth is not taking steps to bring such innovative ideas regarding waste management and how to divert plastic waste going into the landfills. If I give an example of mine, I have my own a small NGO where we focus on educational institutes, where we provide 5 compartment bins to the universities, and through active engagement of students in waste segregation, we divert every kind of waste going into the landfills. And this basically brings a behavioral change in the youth. And until and unless they do not engage in these kind of activities, such thing is not possible. And the biggest hurdle that we face is behavioral change. And the similar thing we are doing is in schools as well. So we have approached different organizations, even government officials, but there is a little bit of hesitation from all the stakeholders, like to get any funding or support and sponsors. So my question is, what what can our elders play a role in such kind of ideas and divert the waste that is going into the landfills or that is producing GHGs?
Was mainly led by the youth.
Talha, I would like to explain our own experiences that we did with the youth. We engage every step of our activity, every intervention with the youth from university and from schools and from the colleges in the city of Saibal. We engage the youth for developing their own creational lands and their own playgrounds in that area, and the youth is working on that. We organized the youth in youth engagement groups so that they can work for their own community. As doctor said, that youth is a very crucial and important component for the policy making as well, not for the behavior change communication, but also for the policy making, and as well as the transformation from the stage 1 to stage 2, that we are still in Pakistan are sitting at the stage 1, that is the basic stage, and we are only transform our policies, our systems, our practices of work, and our communication behaviors, and our way of working through the youth. Without youth, we cannot do that. So we engage the youth. We develop a creational play lands for there in the area, in that area. They also contributing to segregate the waste, and also as we observe that the youth is doing a business on the waste. The waste business is a very, very huge and big waste, when every day millions of ton waste is producing, and this is another way of circular economy, and there another way for the youth to build startups on these are the innovative ideas through which youth can be engaged and youth can have to play their own role. So that's my comment.
To that in the PM Punjab Green Cadet program, we have currently registered users number more than 75,000, and 78% of those registered users are in the age bracket of 18 to 30 years. Even the school-going children are also the registered users of PM Punjab Green Cadet program. And we have specified even climate actions for youth. For example, I already told the e-waste art project. We are educating the youth to engage themselves in developing the e-waste into art projects. There are also engaging the students and the youth to make the student-led eco-friendly projects. So there are multiple initiatives for which we are working. Even we have climate action on awareness through social media. So we are also engaging the youth to create awareness on social media for climate changes, for climate actions. Also, we have the climate action for students to create awareness at their gali mohalla level, in the shopping mall, in their school, in their academic classes. So we are promoting them, we are educating them. And secondly, we have also recently initiated another program, that is Green School Certification Program. Green School Certification Program is going to register all those schools in which school students are working and greatly engaged with the climate actions. For example, we are promoting segregation at source. We are promoting plantation in the school. We are promoting rooftop gardening. We are promoting the e-vehicles, like if there are some schools who are providing the vehicle facility to their students or to their staff. So we are promoting them to convert that towards the electric vehicles. So there are multiple incentives which are CM Punjab Green Credit Program presenting specifically for the youth. And resultantly, I am telling that 78% of our users are in the age bracket of 18 to 30 years.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rizwana, for answering that. May I please request the distinguished speakers to move forward for a group photo?